cheers you all as we race one hand on that track racer rig and Fanatec wheel that holds him in, does not make him quake. Late night, pixel sun, every stream a hilarious run. Just one more, then it's done, but we're still here in the saddle. Mike goes racing, we go too. Click that subscribe, you'll miss your cue. Come for the banter, stay for the fun. Drop in once, you'll never leave. Mike goes racing, lights all green. You two catch the in-between. Pit crew bigger every lap. Say hi, you're on the track. Hey! Jokes in the sidebar, somehow you're already bored. From a high to a heart to a mug with a wrench and a story. New sub, big cheer, and a super jet that caused a spin out. We all cheer, then laugh, cause it's part of the glory. Mike goes racing and we go too. Click that subscribe, you'll miss your cue. Come for the banter, stay for the fun. Drop in once, you'll never leave. Mike goes racing, lights all green. You two punch the in-between. Pit crew bigger every lap. Say hi, you're on the track. Oh yeah. Tiny as a streamer that stole your heart. Come for banter. You're in the pit crew, part of the plan. Mike goes racing, feel that rush. Spam those emotes, flood that chat. Came for chaos, here you stand. Come for banter, ended up a fan. New name and fate, what's this? One dumb joke, stop using traction control. That comment you can't resist. Now the chat gives you shit, wrenches in hand, mods on deck, every new sub, another name on the spec. Sprime is about to start! Mick goes racing, hit that subscribe. Tiny Aussie streamer that stole your heart. Come for the banter, became a fan. You're in the pit crew, part of the plan. Mick goes racing, feel that rush. Spam those emotes, flood that chat flush. Came for chaos, here you stand. Come for banter, ended up a fan. From one viewer to a full bunch. We were strangers. Now it's race action area. Hey! Mike goes racing, hit that subscribe. That tiny Aussie streamer that stole your heart. Come for the banter, stay a fan. You're in the pit crew, part of the plan. Mike goes racing, locked it in. Last lap, laugh at a widescreen grin. You just dropped in, now you're a pit crew member. Come for banter. Hey, you're up a fan. Strive is about to start.
Hello, hello, hello. Is this working? Is this working? Is this working? Hope everybody's well. Just trying to see what the issue is. There we go. Because for some weird reason, I am here. I'm just putting my socks on. For some weird reason, it's not even working. The like bar isn't even working. For some weird reason, my mic has decided to appear on everything else. Just give me a quick second while we're here. This one. Let's see if I can update this. PJ, VX, Richie. Who else has been in here? Why is that not working either? Yeah, it's just those guys in so far. So thank you very much for the 5 likes. Greatly appreciated. That's this one. Let's. Maybe this works. Maybe. We will see. We will see. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed the like bar tonight works. If not, I have some work to do. Everything here says it's good. But let's get into some racing. I should clean my glasses as well. I do apologize about the absentee of my face right now, but we will get into it. I just want to make sure everything is working very, very well. If not, I'll get Mr. Flux to jump in and sort all of that out. But there we go. Done and done. Hopefully that all works. Oh, what was this one? That's chat. Don't know if that's working. Don't need any of that. That is that. Okay, cool. This one can be removed. There we go. Hey, seat, how are we? Let's close this, close this. Yes, I want to leave. Got that open, got that open. That can be closed. That can be minimized. But let's get into it, shall we? Yes, you would have seen too that I had... Yep, that's all there. Just give me a second. Yeah, let's swap this out. That's better. So I can keep an eye on audio. Well, thank you very much for the 10 watching. Greatly appreciated. And the one over on Twitch. So where's the RGB? We've now got gold and green behind us. Don't need any RGB crap, mate. I'm not 12. It's on? No, that's right. Power went out last night, oddly, for some odd reason. So yeah, we got green and gold tonight. Thought I'd change it up a little bit. blue and red sort of gets, it's nice, but it's not the bee's knees. It's not everything. Okay, I could probably get rid of the Twitch counter here, even though we now have this one right here. I was thinking actually about jumping onto the GOOOOO lobbies tonight, but I'm yet to have money on those accounts. Skino, welcome in, legend. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Yes, I think I've still got to move that one about. No, yes, thank Flux for that one. He's the legend that set up these widgets. I got to make sure, not that one. That's not that one. This one. I want to do this one. And then we also want to go here, and I want to get some time. I don't even need to go in here. I don't even need to go in here. So what's going to happen? Obviously, we got race C tonight. I got a program in that this says race A when I'm doing race A. But I will look at doing race A tonight for a bit of fun. We're trialing some stuff at the moment, which is nice. Obviously, our pedals back here, which is good. That's the other reason too why I sort of changed the color to sort of highlight my feet a little bit more. I've even been half tempted to get rid of this camera. Oh yes, so there'll be a so there'll be updates with the DR and everything. Is that correct? There we go. Purchase the softs. We'll wait the 2 minutes before we can jump in to do some core. Actually, no. We'll get in. We'll do some qualies. Because why not? Yeah, I'm just trying to work out what to do with my setup, because I've got this screen here, and I've got a screen just in behind the camera. I'm half tempted to put this screen a bit higher, so my camera sort of splits OBS and my chat, so I'm more looking just above the camera chat. So every hour we will grab 10k records each of the dailies. No, every hour. Wow, that's impressive. Very impressive. And then the screen behind, it can then sit over to this side where it just has my stats. So I can see concurrent viewers, I can see how many likes, even though I should be able to see it here on this bar. Obviously just below them it goes racing, daily race C, which for some weird reason, is it working? Is it not working? Yeah, wow, that's 1k every hour. But even still, 10,000 is like doing that jump is a big jump. That's for sure. But yeah, I did do a big shout out to Flux, who did the widgets in excuse me, in the Discord, and then I also super chatted him $30 last night when he was on, which was, I don't think he expected, but he's been very helpful in regards to getting these widgets all done. Excuse me. So let's get into some qualies. Let's see how we go in the RS5, which I'd love to own one in real life. A mate of mine actually has one in real life, a competition one. Let's see if I can get it on the bigger screen. Where is it? And the seats he has in his, 4 out. 4 out. Absolutely wild. Where is it? Here it is. I said to him, I said, mate, it gives off Kia Stinger vibes. And then the seats in it. Yeah, definitely. I reckon you guys would definitely work well doing something, because he's a program developer by trade. Has he got another photo of his seats? Yeah, he's got like proper sport seats from Audi. Why isn't it loading? Why isn't it loading? Wow, it's not loading. But we'll get into it. Get into it. We're back on the big screen. Let's see how we go. 13 minutes. Oh, we're on the mediums. Wow, I feel like this picks up way quicker than... Oh, we got DRS in here? What? Hang on. Settings. Control settings. Open. Oh, it's R2. Okay. Wonder if anybody knew that. If anybody knew. Monkey, welcome in, legend. If anybody knew that the... Because I definitely didn't know that there was DRS in the RS5, which is epic. Well, they were down last week. They were down last week for like 15 minutes. We just kept going. We waited for the fault to be rectified, and then we got back into it. We'll be back Friday for the league. Oh. No. We just waited out in the storm, and that was it. For some people, it lasted way longer than what happened for us. So I guess we were one of the lucky ones. Rory Alexander, who's probably the biggest GT7 streamer, he cut his stream way short because of the dropout. Oh. It's a bit of a beast, that's for sure. Why isn't DRS working? Oh, it is. When it goes red, it's working. It's the first time I'm actually driving the RS5, so... So yeah, we'll be stuck in the RS5 for a little bit tonight, and then we will go from there, and then till about 10:30, and then I really want to give race A bit of a sprint. Maybe I'll do traction up a little bit. Because it's just biting me in the bum. They're so much smoother. Daniel, welcome in, legend. Hope you're well. Yeah, those spin outs are really costly, that is for sure. Yeah, I should really give B a bit more love. Oh, I can't. The traction for it at the moment is a bit too much. Dan Yabsley, welcome in, legends. This thing just kicks like a wild mule. That's why I've upped the the traction. Oh my god, see? It just bites so aggressively. Maybe I'll get back into the NSX. That was just so time costly. Well, at least we improved again. Nothing to write home about. So we need to get like 11 seconds to get anything half decent. Spanish, welcome in, legend. Onto the brakes way too late. How people have managed to get some good times on this, in this car, I have no idea. Absolute aliens when it comes to absolute aliens when it comes to half of this. I was gonna say, if I was gonna spin out then I'll be absolutely annoyed. So I don't think the chicane should be used in this track with these cars, because that's just, you got a right-hander, then into a left-hander, then back into a right-hander. I was about to put it on. I got a bit frustrated with everything not working. I actually put it on yesterday just to see what it was like, and mate, that thing is like just cat hair in your bloody mouth. The Audi's a handful. Jesus. No way. No way. That's not ideal. Not ideal. Not ideal. Oh my god. Absolute joke. Absolute joke. But let's put this bloody stupid hairpiece on. You guys ready? I feel like I actually look like more like Budley than anything else. It is absolutely annoying. Ready? So, dude, how old am I? I think I'm about 47 now. About 47. We'll do it with one race, and then this thing's coming off. Oh, Wanted's on. Looks terrible. Looks absolutely terrible. Because like it doesn't really sit like I think I need to like sort of trim it so it's sort of like here. So it's more like a smaller goatee. But thank you very much for the 10 likes. Super Sheeran. Track feels Santa Claus, pretty much. Very much so. It's already in my mouth. Ugh. Yeah, let's see what. What's this? Brake balance set to there. Put that onto 1. And then we'll get going, I guess. Pretty much feels like that. Crackville Santa. Oh, Dragon was in here again. Actually, where the rest is all of my... Where's all my telemetry and everything? If you got a cat, tell your little one that it's pretty much like having a cat's bumhole in your mouth. Thank you very much for the racing luck, monkey. I definitely need it now that we're this far back. Oh. Oh. It's not that I needed it, it's just these Group 2 is a very different class of car. Like Group 1 I can drive, Group 2 is one that sort of sits in an unknown category. And I don't think Group 2 here was really a good idea. Bloody Flux updating his bloody app again for like the 5th time of that in 24 hours. I have to say too, this beard is very hot. I absolutely dislike it, Monkey. The things you do for the audience. The things you do for the audience. The RS5 is definitely a handful. Eric K, welcome into the Pickery Legends. Thank you very much for becoming a Pickery member. Greatly appreciated. Oh. This was sent up by VX in the YouTube chat. So I always make comment about how glorious his beard is, and then there's another guy, Budley Stones. Yeah, I was here on Monday in the NSX and the RCF. Then we'll try something a little bit different tonight. But don't forget too, we got League on Friday. So that will be, well, that will be fun. Like you can't even turn while it's without it trying to lose its way. What for? Is that for Friday? If you get exclamation mark next league, it should be in there. Friday night is a good night for beard wearing. I just don't think the RS5 actually wants to turn. Wayno, welcome in, mate. Next league. I haven't updated stream elements yet. So yeah, next league is I think it's a 10 lapper at Grand Valley. Then you've got it's definitely not that. That was last week's race. No, that was last week's race. Next league is what you're wanting. Yeah, Grand Valley, Nürburgring GP, and then Willow Springs, Big Willow. I hate to say it, but I really want to quit. I'll get this sorted. Just give me a quick second. While that's all sorting that out, let's fix this. Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed that the like bar isn't working. That's my biggest annoyance, but we'll get onto that. Yeah, I know. I am well aware of that. well aware that you lose DR, but I don't think it matters when you go for P5. Yeah, just have to refresh everything. And if you've got it up on the TV, yeah, I can still see how many likes we've got. If you can see it up on the TV, that steering wheel should look familiar to you, VX, if you know your race cars. I did have it as a love heart steering wheel, but I'm not sure that I didn't like how it sort of looked. I'm gonna need your glasses. Well, let's go. Nah, it's a speed supercar wheel. It's just been slightly modified. I tried to look at the Porsche Cup wheels, and I just didn't like to look at them. Just did not like to look at them at all. And then yeah, across the base of it, it says Mikko's Racing, but on a bigger picture, it looks like it's embroidered. What do we do? What do we do? He does. I was talking to him today. He wanted to. He was sort of thinking about talking about doing a program, and I said, "Do it." He's like, "Oh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to ruin GT7 for everybody." And I'm like, "Do it. Do it." And I said, "Their telemetry is rubbish." Wade, welcome in, legend. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, he didn't really get too much into it, but he said if he was to do it, it would pretty much, and it was banned, it would remove all telemetry from everybody. So whatever he was cooking up would be absolutely menacing. Yeah, let's just go all the way out here then. Sure. Not bad, just a house full of fighting children tonight. No, just let them fight. You just sit back, relax. Whoever loses usually starts to cry. Yeah, do it. I said do it. And then I sent him the clip from the original Spider-Man where the Green Goblin was talking into his mask. I have to say this is coming off right after this race, because it just tastes like I got pubes in my mouth. It's probably more Pottsville than Nimbin, mate. Actually, probably more Mick van Byron than Nimbin. Oh. Oh, well, that sounds like a them issue. Dumbledore. And you, Flux, bloody updating the app yet again. Nah. First gear doesn't help it turn. Second gear is more ideal for most of these corners, from what I've been working out. Oh, bro, and pretty much all of my races are going like this. I'll show you between races that this first race and the 2 races I did on Monday, this is the position I finished. Have a good quality time. I don't know, bro. I'll have to have you to get you to have a look at it. I would love to know why it's not working as well. I pretty much followed that video point by point. Yeah, wide into the dirt, bro. I'm not in the NSX. I am in the RS5, trying something a bit different. But this also whips very aggressively. I don't know why I go ghost. Just allow me to be a Absolutely terrible race. First race for the night. It just doesn't grip. It just doesn't grip. Thank you very much for the subscription, Akash. Hopefully I pronounced that right, because I feel like I butchered it. I feel like if you're in first gear, you're too slow. Not your fault, mate. Not your fault. Just Group 2 isn't my forte. I should probably see how the Lexus goes. I think the Lexus will be slow though, because it's an NA and not a an NA and not turbo. But is the sub bar working, or it looks like we are? $7.99. Thank you very much for $7.99. Surely there's 800 and 801 out there tonight. That would be absolutely wonderful. I don't know how I managed to do a clean lap in this view. Sub bar's working, yeah, cool. Just the likes, I don't know why the likes not working. Spanish Bull, thank you very much for becoming a member, a team manager. Let's go, my dude. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. Let's go. Is this the view I've meant to be using my whole time? Well, that was relatively clean, but far out. You can even taste it in through the Ugh. No, look, I think the problem. I've got to stop putting this shirt through the dryer. It just picks up all the lint. But as you can see too, I've also updated my my suit and my and helmet. I think the Audi, I just need to play with it a little bit longer. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I pulled like 3 hairs out of my mouth. I'd hate to know what it's like for all of you guys that actually have a beard. I just remember the guy I worked with, excuse me, when I was a second-year apprentice, had a big beard too, constantly pushing hair out of his mouth. Just like constantly. Let's try the GT. Actually, no, I was going to try the Lexus. We've got a couple of minutes. What do you like to drink while you stream, mate? Either water
Baby, that's what I've been waiting for.
It's either water, Pepsi Max, and then when I'm a little bit tired, I'll smack one of these bad boys. So if you don't know where these bad boys come from, Aldi. And they're like $2 a can. Refresh the like counter. Looks like you already have. Yeah, where is it? Here it is. There we go. There we go. There we go. It works. Thank you very much, mate. Greatly appreciated. But yeah, they're the two main beverages I use. Is Pepsi Max and what do you mean I didn't put it in properly? I didn't need the whole YouTube thing. Melvin, welcome in, legend. Welcome in. Ooh. What do I need? This one. So I don't think I'm going to be competitive in this, but we'll give it a go. Yeah. Yeah. You'd think spending almost 10 years in the military, reading the full details, would have been something that they really stamped in. Oh, that's a bit of a laughable. Yeah, this is definitely not. This is very slow. Very slow. Because, again, it's not turboed. Not turboed. But thank you very much for fixing that up. I'm going to say that little red bar in the DR is me losing points. Is that correct? Where's the GDR? Do I have the tyres? I do have the tyres. Let's see how we go with this. Yeah, nice. That's all. Oh, so it shows it up to date. Yeah, nice. That's epic. This is definitely quicker than the NSX. It's about on par with the RCF in regards to its top speed. Well, let's see if we can actually finish in a top 5 position. Otherwise, we'll be very close to heading back into D. No, I didn't even. Oh, I don't think it's going to matter. Not too deep. Well, this is going to be fun. Or we're in probably a bit better lobby now. Who's in here? Wanted again. I know, it's very close. You know, the funny thing is, Wanted 799 is another Aussie streamer. I'm pretty sure I had a look, and he's at 8:07. And he said to me one day when I was chatting to him via, I think it was Instagram, he goes, "You will catch me." Actually, I wonder if I have him as a friend. Oh, I'll add him next time at the end of that. Oh, I feel like I got this one hair in the back of my throat. I know, it's going to sit there. I guarantee you'll sit there for like 4 days. But I hope you enjoy my video I'm going to have for Sunday. One of the last Pepsi Max liveries I've got sitting in the cupboard, sitting in the livery store. This is where I really want to be, about P8. Oh, cool, we're glitching. This is going to be an interesting one. Now the guy in front of me, is that who you're talking about? No, it still tells me that guy is serious. Oh, I like the green. Just looked at your channel. Yeah, on the bar it doesn't say anything. But thank you very much, everybody. Greatly appreciated. I might come in early on the softs. Interesting choice. It's crazy that the GT 500 is a 2-cylinder, a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, and it pulls out some of these pulls out this ability. Oh yeah, Hayashi. He's not too bad. The one I've got to worry about more is E-Power. And it still tells me $7.99 on the bar. The thing that sort of blows my mind, the amount of unsubs I've had in the 2 years of running this channel. But yeah, got to do a video for this week's race of the week, which I'm getting pretty bored of them. Yeah, but the bar says $7.99. I'll have a look on my phone after this race. I've raced them a few times. Yeah, that's cool. I'm just going to try and work out a different format for these, to do these weekly races, really big videos. How long did your stream last as well last night, Flux? Was it... Oh, look, I think it's definitely a good way to promote the league races. I have been thinking about it for the next series, especially if I'm going to get into work. Which I'm still yet to hear anything from. Oh my god. Which is a bit annoying. Mentally or just racing? Because it didn't look like it had that many views compared to your usual streams. Geez, the GTR is heavy on the tyres. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, when you're in that sort of mood, everything just sort of hits you. The racing doesn't hit like it's meant to. The vibe that you sort of put through in regards to the energy when you're sort of talking to people. I sort of felt something was off, but I wasn't 100% sure because I haven't watched you enough to sort of pick up on that. And it's still telling me 799. But yeah, it's definitely one of those things is trying to just get past it. I usually find just before, if I'm in a bit of a mood, I usually find if I box breathe through about 3 cycles, I'm usually not too bad. See, if it's not even, if you don't have like a scheduled stream, I wouldn't worry about like scheduled days. I wouldn't have worried about streaming if you're in a bit of a mood. Okay, cool. Well, thanks very much everybody for celebrating the 800 with me. Yeah. Oh, way too wide. Oh, I'm on the softs. I thought I was on the mediums. No wonder I thought the tyres were getting chewed out. Did I change the softs in the lobby? Yeah, I've worked out, Flux too, that, you know, if you, I guess it's a bit different too because I'm not working full time at the moment. That if you take it like a week off every 3 months from doing this, it's actually beneficial. Yeah, I thought I'd change to mediums in just before we started the race. Why does it sound like there's someone just crashed there? Yeah, mental health with this game, like the not this game, but the YouTube game is very very paramount. And those that sort of watched me last year when I was on the first sort of 6 weeks of my caravanning experience could see that environment is very like that threw me so hard because I didn't want to do any of that. I was happy to sit in my room, do my content, and go from there. I'll get to your message in a minute, Mick. Oh, the amount of negative comments I've had, I just sort of sit there and laugh at them. Agree. I work full time and stream, and sometimes streaming has to take a back seat. So I can. Oh yeah, especially being a mechanic. Like when you've got like a big day. Like I remember even coming home some days and all I would do was just eat and then just numb myself by pretty much gaming until 10 o'clock. Like if you had to do like a gearbox and then or a clutch plus 2 services, and then that was your day sort of booked, and then you have someone come in and go, oh, I need 4 tires, and then you got to jump in and you got to do 4 tires and punch out 4 tires, and there's an extra half an hour gone. Mind you, the quickest I've done 4 tires in was 12.5 minutes. That's car in on 4 jack stands. Went and got the tires. Well, all 4 tires were draining of their air. I was lucky they were only 14s, but I wanted to challenge myself. She didn't want a wheel alignment, which is good. So tires done, dusted. Tires done, dusted, keys back to the customer. It was like 17 minutes. But yeah, I know. I remember some of those days. Yeah, you'd have a big day and you just come home and you're like, man, what do I do? I'm just wrecked. You just slump on the couch, be a pig. But yeah, mental health is definitely a big part of everything nowadays. And I'm not afraid to say to people, hey, look, oh, I don't want fuel. Hey, look, I want I go speak to someone once a month. I'm not afraid to say that. I thought that would have been the case. I might pitted in the first lap and then pitted again. I think we'll jump into the NSX next. But yeah, I would have loved to have had the ability to actually have a channel sort of, or a video sort of pop off. Like I was saying to you today, Flux, you know, you got a video there that's 220,000 views, and then I watched you. You went from like 300 subs to 1.8k in the space of like a week from that one video. Oh look, you know, like I've said to the wife, I said there's definitely things I don't talk to you about because I know I don't need that being judged onto me when we have an argument. And she's like, that's fair. But I'm also lucky I got the ability to, the fact that I've got that part of the fact that I'm a veteran as well. You know, most people are paying $270, $280 a session. That's why I tell people that really? That's not going to reset me? That's a bit of a joke. Now it resets me. That's why I tell people go join the military. That's why I've got the ability to do this because of what's happens, I guess, to me as the outcome of having that medical or that military career. It's definitely a thing I'll be pushing my boys, that's for sure. Once they're at that age. Yeah, that was ridiculous. You get all the way to the fence and then you start making moves and it's just like, oh, I'll reset you now. It's like, cheers for that. Cheers, mate. Greatly appreciated. Look, I enjoy Barcelona, but this combo I don't think is one that I would be happy about. But yeah, like I've worked out, you know, what people say on the internet, and I do it a lot too, to be fair. I'm a bit of a one that likes to make some interesting comments online. And you know, I've worked out too what, sure, some things online some people don't like that gets said, but it is sort of what it is. But at the same time as well, yeah, don't let people's comments on the internet get to you. I'll happily debate comments. Derek, welcome in, legend. And that's it. That's it too. That's it as well. You know, you dealing with all those people. Craig, welcome in, legend. Would definitely have an effect on you because you got to listen to their stories. Yeah, that's all good. Doi. Okay. Doi. Whoa. You were Derek though, weren't you? By the way, who's beat by time? A lot of people. I think I'm like P13 at the moment. I haven't really done too much qualifying. Like what you really see here when it comes to qualifying, I don't really sit there and try and add to it after, I guess, after hours. Nice. Oh, you can't. Like I've had one video. I got one video that's, I guess, taken off over time. It's now cracked like 1,100 views. Was my G29 brake mod video, and like I posted that like December, and in the last 4 months, it's like gone from like 200 views to the 1,100. That's the other thing too, like I was talking about Flux's video, 220k views. Oh, you're a vet as well. Yes, yes. Well, thank you very much for your service. But yeah, I can't pick it. I got vidIQ that says do this and do that, do this and do that. I'm actually going to cancel it because I don't really think it does too much. Oh, P1 spun out, he lost it. Dingo Pants takes the win. But yeah, like I've seen some sort of spikes when it comes to some videos. I've also looked at other methods, and like I sit there and probably watch way too much content of everybody else to sort of nitpick and going, okay, I'm gonna grab a bit of this information, I'm gonna grab a bit of this information. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna cancel it. It's good for like getting it to redo a yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's good when you wanted to redo like a thumbnail and everything, but I wish that was part of like the base, because I don't really care about the point system of, oh yeah, your description in your video is good, or I do like it for the fact that some of the title stuff is good. Oh man, Mozart chose the wrong tires, buddy. It's good for the little things, but it's not good for everything. Yeah, but that's just the joys of life. Of course he leaves. Of course he leaves. Thank you very much for the 20 of you watching. The 4 over on Twitch. Well, we actually got some more viewers on Twitch. I think the 50 actually doesn't look too bad. Or does it look too see-through-y for you? So what are they in? Excuse me. What are they in? What are they? What's the opacity in Stream Elements? Let's have a look. No, scene. Seen. That looks a bit better. But thank you very much for the 20 likes. Greatly appreciated. There we go. We've now cracked the 800 on the bar. Oh yeah, legend. I don't need to reset the I don't need to reset OBS or refresh OBS. Let's see if we can at least get a better time. Yeah, see, I feel like I can sneak into about here. Yep, Roger. Thank you. Trying to work out what's grey on the overlays. Also, that sub bar's that low because so you can see the flags. Yeah, it's no different to doing a stream to TikTok and YouTube. They both have verticals. With ATM multi-stream, you can sort of play with it. I have thought about doing it, but it's just one of those things of working out if that's a way to grow. Yeah, I've got one guy I follow on YouTube, and he vertical streams. He reckons he gets probably more abusive comments on vertical streams than he does. It's a little bit better, not too much. Oh, I'm not even having enough time to do another lap. He gets like hugely abusive comments through his vertical on YouTube than anywhere else. No, it's like people think it's bloody Instagram comments. Thank you very much for the 22 likes, legends. Greatly appreciate it. I don't want to be in the middle again. Yeah, sick. I just changed the meds then. Changed the meds then, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we're not chewing out tires by lap 6. It must be pretty bad if we have Mike GT, who is a D driver. The amount of people that speed through our complex doing at least 40 Ks is ridiculous. Lumen, welcome in, legends. Alan I versed before, he's not too bad. Yeah, bro, that's all good, that's all good. Twitch does dual broadcast, normal invert, yeah. Alright, bro, thanks very much for tuning in. Enjoy, enjoy. What's your game attack limit? Well, thank you very much for the race luck. Probably helps if I change gears. It feels a bit better, doesn't it, the old NSX? I can understand why people have been using it. Oh, I hate when it does that. You go in to say, I'm sorry. And then it just drives off. Geez, he must have went pretty far in, Mr. Allen. He's very pushy. So if someone turns their phone, it goes into a different format. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Mikey, sorry. Nice strike. Oh, he's got a 4-second penalty. I was going to also wait with all right, buddy. No, I wish it spun him out. Oh, bro. It's Alan. Like, he went so deep into that sweeping hairpin earlier, and then he's just causing all this carnage for what reason? Ah. You just hit the ripple strip in these cars, and you just going off the track, going off the check, the plantation, or a barrier. Make sure it's all good. Yeah. Say race clean, come on. And then what does he do at that corner? Tries to punt me off as wide as possible. Absolute dog. Murph, welcome in, legend. Now got to catch up to everybody here. Welcome in, mate. Hope you're well. I was hoping that punt was going to push him a lot further, but he sort of stopped. He sort of knew that was coming. Someone's going in on the Lexi tunes going in already. It's been ordinary here all night for me, but probably after this race we'll probably head across to race A, get that, have a look at that, and then we might do one or two of race B, depending on the time. I just haven't been able to get a good handle on the Group 2s this week. You know, they gave us, what, 6 to use, and the only one that feels stable is the Lexus SC430, but the problem is it just doesn't have the speed. It's just not capable of being competitive. And we get things like that, where you just hit the edge and you're gone. Yeah. It's definitely a, I would have preferred it to be the non-chicane track, but it is sort of what it is. Don't get me wrong, B is alright, but I prefer B to have some sort of pit strategy if you're going to have Group 3 at Trial Mountain. Oh yes, what pedals did you get? Spanish? I need to get back to adding my mod for my accelerator pedal and get used to that. Oh, I've lost so much DR trying to get into B, and I just can't. Just cannot get to it. I just wish we had more variety is what it is. I just wish we had the ability to have five daily races instead of 3. Actually have a proper 1 hour sort of endurance race, which is a 1 hour race. So it's actually an hour and a half window, and then let's call that your 4th race car race, and then your 5th is a dirt track, dirt or snow. Yeah, nice. I think we'll go in for some tyres, even though I would love to catch up to I think that would be nice. Five daily races. Have whatever you want for. Have your usual for race A. Race B should be 20 minutes. Race C should be your 30 minutes or 30-minute windows, and then your race D would be your endurance, and then race E would be like a dirt snow combo, which would be based on a voting system, like the old Call of Duty days. That's what I would love to see. But I doubt we'll get it, because Polyphony Kaz, that's more concerned about adding the next Soccer Mum car to the collection, and not to what the sports audience wants. you know, let's say you got the Nürburgring 24-hour, you should be able to do that with friends, a bit like iRacing and LMU and all that, where you get set up, you can do teams, and you can compete against everybody. That's on my screen. I use Flux89. That's my third-party app. I will be setting it up as a chat command. So this is all done through Flux, who is another content creator, an Aussie one. If you're in my Discord, I did do a post to the main chat thanking Flux. Nash, welcome in, legend. Wait. Thanking him. So if you hit him up on the Discord, you'll be able to. He might be able to make a custom one for you. Because yeah, this is all custom to me. So yeah, it all gets pushed through. So all the telemetry, all the DR, all the steering input, all he does. And in the last probably 24 hours, he's updated the app like 6 times. No, and I guess that's the sad thing about it, because they say that there's, what is it, 2 million people play this game every month. And yeah, I got a UK account. It's just I am Mick T EU. No, not I am Mick T. Mick Goes Racing EU. Where this one is I am Mick T. So yeah, Mick Goes Racing EU. I need to hop on it again. But that's the thing too, Murph. I think if Polyphony spent their time to listen to the audience, because really, if you jump on and you look at who actually streams and what people actually stream, it is the daily races every time. It's probably, I'm going to say that 95 of streamers that stream Gran Turismo 7 are doing all the daily races. They aren't doing, you know, you might see them take a week off and they'll do licensing, or they'll do the power pack or something, because the daily races look terrible, and I can completely get that. But yeah, it's definitely something that they need to really start listening to the content creators about, because the more they listen to us, the more things are actually going to start changing. Because to be fair, like, as cool as it is to have the new hypercars, iRacing have the hypercars, LMU have the hypercars, and then GT7 6 months later gets the hypercars. It's like, cool. It's great to see that that's what that's great to see that, you know, we're finally keeping up with it. But I want to see all the old tracks. I want to see a street circuit like Seattle was in Gran Turismo 2. I want to see what was it, Autumn Ring in Gran Turismo 1. I'd love to see all these tracks. I'd love to see just a track update where we get like 5 new tracks. Not really new, but they're like, or at least put 1 new track in there. Like something that's a real life track, like Phillip Island or the Adelaide circuit or something. But I would love to see a track update where it's all old school. Look, I'm even happy that if I want to pay for it as well, I would happily pay $15 or $20 for a 5-track or 6-track track pack update, which then can be used part of a daily race. And it just means that daily race is locked if you don't have the track pack. I guess that's a way to sort of force people into having to, you know, spend their money. Yeah, and that's what it is. And there's the likes of Wiki Gran Turismo. You can see it all, and all the repetitions, and it just makes no sense. You know, I really want to expand on everything, but you can't really expand when you get the same combos every week. And don't get me wrong, look, the last probably 7-8 weeks, probably out of those 8 weeks, we've had 2 terrible ones. Silverstone, Monaco. Look, I don't really care for Monaco. Silverstone would be sick. But yeah, there's just so many things that can happen to Gran Turismo to make it great and actually make it more of a sim racing game more than just an arcade game like everybody says it is, or a simcade. Oh, and that's the biggest thing that needs to be updated. That's the biggest thing that needs to be updated. That's been an issue since day one, apparently. Like, sure, I'm only pretty fresh to all this Gran Turismo stuff, but there's so many people that have been complaining about the penalty system since day one. But yeah, there's so much that can actually come from them listening to the community more than anything. I think that's the thing in all of it. It's listening to the community. Yeah, look, last week Group 3 Brands Hatch, terrible. I didn't enjoy it. I don't think Brands Hatch is a Group 3 track. I don't think it's a Group 3 track. Red Bull Ring, I don't mind it, but when it's every sort of 12 months, it's ridiculous. And that's, you're not wrong, tough old man. You're not wrong, and this is why every Friday we hold league racing, because you know we can sort of, even though I don't sit there and go, hey, look, we're doing, this is the tracks we're doing. I obviously allow Spin Wheel to do all of that, but the thing with all of it, it's you know, when we race with our mates and our friends and everything in regards to these lobbies, we know what we're expecting. But when you jump onto a sports or an online race, it's a completely different experience. You get pushed out the way, you get forced off the track. Ah, Mike GT, yes. Oh, look, I got shoved out the way multiple times by LN. Hence why I messaged him saying, "Hey, let's have a clean race." You're more than welcome to add me, mate. I will add you. View profile. No, that's not what I want. I think I've got you as a friend. I got you as a friend. I think I got the same with wanted. Nope. There you go. Send wanted a request. Ah. But yeah, that's why, you know, I'm not doing the same, you know, the same as everybody else when it comes to the, you know, streaming this every week. But we're going to head across to race A right now. So I'm going to hide this because I haven't set up A yet. I think I've got this car. I do. I just don't think I've got the tyres for it. I've got sport softs, it's not mediums. Whoop. Is this it? Sports mediums, yep. But it's always good to see, you know, you guys coming back in the chat and having these discussions. It's probably the first time in probably 4 months I've actually wanted to do a race A. Problem is too many first AI races enter the sport with Gen. Yeah, I think the thing is too, if you go from being who was this guy? If you go from being like an A+ driver, not an A+ driver, DR of an S, and you drop down to, I think, actually let's start this again. I think the driver rating should not be what declares you as a good driver. I think it should be based on sportsmanship points, and that is what sets you. Oh, this is going to be a bit of a pig in regard difference to the Group 2 cars. Yeah, SR is what should be used more than your DR. Yeah, this one doesn't interest. This one interests me. Yeah, it should be like 3 ratings. DR should be the second. Should be a second, like a second point. Well, it should be your SR that. So if you've done, you know, if you've done 10 clean races. Oh, I might head across to. Head across to race B instead, actually. Yeah, if you like, I don't mind if you get a penalty for laying track limits. I don't really care for that. I think it should just be based on how clean of a driver you are, and the penalty system really needs to be harder on those that sort of dive bomb and push drivers out the way. And it gets to a point where, you know, they dive bomb, and then it's one of those things where, you know, that driver is now in the sand because he's had to avoid old mate Bob, who's just gone, oh, this is my line and I'm going to take you on. And like I always say, if you're a quick driver, you shouldn't need to dive bomb. You should be able to get them on a straight line or come out of a corner. This is a bit of a slug to try and drive, because if you look at the point system of iRacing, that's so much better. Oh. Yeah, and that's exactly right, tough old man. Acrylic lead, lose the ISR constraint on point system, and that's the other thing too. When it comes to a point system, you look at the likes of again, iRacing. I don't want to keep using iRacing as an example, but I've obviously watched a bit of it. But if you're bump drafting constantly, and you know, you sort of, someone comes on the brakes earlier than you expected and you sort of hit them and you sort of force them forward, you know, you lose points for that. If you're bump drafting, you're not really losing any points. There's so much improvement Gran Turismo can actually have that it would actually make it a better experience for those that start on Gran Turismo and then eventually move into the likes of LMU and iRacing and ACC. But even looking at what iRacing is more turning into nowadays, it's more turning into a league fest. And I think that's the sad thing for iRacing, because that's exactly what's happening. It's a league fest more than it is an exciting experience. Oh yeah, 100%. You do some of you look at some of them, and when they do the championship limits at Yas Marina, and it's like you do the slightest little cut, and it's just like, oh, that's a second. Thanks very much for the good luck there, tough old man. Good to see you in chat again, mate. Well, this is going to be an interesting one. Hey, that's enough of this track. And then the other thing too, it's like you go do a group 3 race, and look at this. Like, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, you can say 13, 14, 15. So 85 cars out of the top 100 is the Porsche 992. Sure, you've got there was one 2017 Model 1 there, but it doesn't make it exciting. It doesn't make it exciting at all, because it's like everybody's used the one car. It's not fun. And this is why some weeks I sit here and I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Let's use the sprint wherever it may be. Sprint. No, yes. Where's my other one? Oh, right here. Right here. Yeah, there's a lot of things that need to change for Gran Turismo to be good. Okay, if I can really gain 1 second, I'll be happy. And then when it comes to these sort of races where it's just a 6-lap sprint, give us mediums or hards, mediums or softs. Stop giving us hards all the time. That is probably my biggest pet peeve when it comes to all of these races. Taylor, welcome in, legend. Oh, too far. Oh. I wouldn't say it's dedication and determination, because a lot of other content creators in regards to Gran Turismo 7 aren't willing to speak up. in regards to the current state. I read off a screen. Read off a screen. If you jump onto my Instagram, if you got Instagram, I think it's on my Instagram. Here we go. If you jump onto my Instagram, no, not really. Yeah, I'll show you. I've got a photo of what my setup is like. So that's what my setup is like. So that sort of gives you an idea of what I'm playing with. So it's a 42-inch TV. The screen to the hello legend, welcome in. 1096. The screen there to the right is my chat screen, my OBS screen, and then that little yellow thing that you can see in the middle. So you got my Stream Deck, you got the yellow thing is a fan, which is on both sides. And then I'll show you the full setup. So including my desk. Where is the photo of it? So that's a full setup of the desk, the rig, my other PC that I'm going to use for flight sim, or want to use for flight sim. So yeah, sort of gives you guys an understanding. I do want to do a video on the tour setup, but yeah, I might get a hand from the wife on that one. Welcome in 1096. Greatly appreciate you here, mate. So yeah, the next thing I'll sort of want to upgrade, it's either do an office chair or do a 3D printer. And then when I do a 3D printer, there's going to be quite a bit of slow progressive upgrades, but it's going to really, I'm hoping, really going to beanbag and controllers. Nothing wrong with that. That just reminds me of my childhood days playing PlayStation 1. Look, I'd love to put a bigger TV up on the wall over there, on that side, and do the whole beanbag thing. But obviously, with running a capture card, I can play it on the PC. Yeah. Oh, look, I'd love to do it. I'm just trying to work out I might even hit up my mate of mine who's got a GoPro, and I'll do it that way. See what happens. I think I might need to have traction on in here, or maybe it's the braking. I don't know. Let's wait till it goes black. There we go. Yeah, I know a full setup tool is meant to come. I'm also sort of very unsure on how to present this. I'm constantly thinking of ways to improve the setup, both aesthetically for me, looking at everything, but also making so it's all very very useful, if that's not really what I'm looking for. yeah, do a video. But yeah, like I know within a week of me dropping that video, I would have changed something. And I think that's my biggest issue. But yeah, eventually I want to have like a proper cave as such. So pretty much what's behind me is just a big light. What happened? What happened, Blade? See something you don't like? Norris, red dots, a lot of red dots, a lot of red dots. So yeah, ideally, probably 3D printer is the first thing on the rig, and then it's just getting everything to sort of work. You know, like looking at how everything is and how setting everything up and whatnot. No, there's no help. And that's fine. But yeah, eventually I want to, you know, 3D... I'll take you guys through that whole process of me 3D printing, designing as well. Just so it gives you guys an understanding of what sort of effort goes into coming up with some of these ideas and some of these rigs. And then also giving you guys an idea of what I guess sort of the cost is to make those custom sort of setups. It also means too when I'm, yeah, they're coming. They'll be coming with the merge drop. Got a few ideas for stickers. It'll just be Mikko's Racing, YouTube, and then probably That's Wild. Had to avoid him, Jesus. This is such a heavy car around here. But yeah, I've got to hurry up and get on the match. Is that guy serious? I can confirm it's logistically a nightmare to put together and run smooth before you even think of it going. Oh yeah, it's definitely on the cards. How did we end up dropping all the way to 12 after old mate decided to take a step out like that? I'm pretty sure this was the guy up ahead. Yeah, I've got Mikko's Racing, tighten your boot laces, and the other one was Too Much Sauce, was the 3 that I was going with. It's obviously just a bit like the banner. Be like my YouTube banner. Says Mikko's Racing across the chest like that. Oh man, this thing does not break where you want it to break. Geez, this guy's more lights than a bloody spaceship. Jumping into something else. Yeah, that's not the best spot to cut that corner like that. Just this week is not my week. This week is not my week. The problem too is I'd love to run like a small print across the back of the shirt plus the front of the shirt, but that's like really costly. And I don't really want to have you guys spend your hard-earned dollars paying $50 for a shirt. Because that's the issue, is like I look at it and it's like, yep, sure, merch would be great, but it's, you know, you also want to sort of make some money out of it too. And I have thought about doing like buying the shirts myself, doing all of that, but print on demand is the way to go. So I'm not holding, you know, I'm not having to spend $1,000 in products and then just have it sit. Because I used to do that. Oh yeah, Budley, welcome in, legend. You missed out, mate. If you go back early in the piece, I was wearing the beard. Yeah, but see, tomorrow, or I guess tomorrow, this is our last run of the dailies for the week, and then we've got league racing. And if you guys are in Discord, please vote on the which league badge looks the best. The only reason why I say that, I want to use that as part of the league nights when it comes to transitions and stuff. But yeah, the M6 Sprint is not the car, is it? No, bro. That thing was terrible. That thing was. I was pulling out of my mouth for like 10 minutes post wearing it, mate. What do we got? What do we got? We got 2 laps left here. I'm pretty sure we'll be pretty close to heading back into the D lobbies for a 9th time this year. I also think too, Blade, that Taylor, that when you look at some of these drivers, that I think they see YT in a name. They see YT in a name and they just go, oh yeah, let's ruin his race because he's streaming. Nah, you won't get that Secret Herbs and Spices list that easy, mate. You usually have to sign your life away and keep your mouth shut for a nice big dollar thing. But think about this. Think about it. KFC, the Colonel, Asian. Not a white man, Asian. I think I said this the other night. But it's also how the red dots drive too. They drive to push and not receive any penalties. And I think that's the other thing too, is part of that penalty system is if you've punted someone out the way, like I unfortunately had, you should be forced to stop, go no more than 20 Ks until that person you've pushed out the way has passed you. And then you cop your penalty of 2-3 seconds or whatever they wish to have it as, then they can go. It shouldn't be this whole, oh yeah, drive to this point to receive your penalty. Just take your penalty then and there. I can understand why they have it, but at the same time, you know, a stop and go should be one, especially with how long some of these bloody pit entries are. I don't think some of these are timed correctly. Laguna Seca, incorrect. Mount Panorama, incorrect. Who was the other one? Daytona, you know, you can have two guys going at the same time. One comes out completely different time period compared to the other one. Geordie, welcome in, legend. Oh look, it's definitely a punch for punch situation, Buddy. That's for sure. We saw it before when we were at Barcelona. There's one guy, LN. He was just full on with it. Punted me out the way, and then goes, "Oh, you're slow," then leaves the lobby. I wasn't going to drive another lap. That's pretty much our night. Our night has been lap after lap. Too many green beans, mate. Too many green beans. Well, that will definitely push us down. That is for sure. Yeah, Nail Mugen ended up finishing 6th overall. I'm pretty sure that was old mate that pushed us out of the way. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Ridiculous. Nice, mate. Whereabouts are you staying? You staying near the airport? You staying near the airport? Or you're more in the city? Wezzle, welcome in, legend. What time's your flight? Let's do one more. Just trying to work out where you are. What time's your flight? What time is your flight? That's right. I'm hoping tomorrow to hear good news about employment. If not, we will see what happens. We will see what happens. If I get some bad news of it. I will then talk to the missus about it, and then probably, well, 805 is not bad. Do you have check-in luggage? I guess the only thing with it being an 805, it's like you have to be up at like 6 o'clock. Especially if you've got to be there at the hour before if you got check-in. But if I get this job, I will be doing monthly travels. Well, that's the plan. This whole week has just been terrible. Nah, that's no good, Taylor. Hopefully you get better soon, mate. Yeah, I'll be early tomorrow. Yeah, it sucks, but at least you're home early too. I guess that's the big thing. It was Group 2. Group 2 at Barcelona. Yeah, I think you're near DFO if my thoughts get to me. See, I thought we were so much better through there than what the Ghost put up. No, stuffed it. I didn't even need to do that. Ah, that'll be good to hear. Yeah, DFO's not too bad. Did you go to I think the Dinosaur Expo is still there. We should have gone to that. It was alright. Dinosaur Expo was pretty cool. Well, this has been definitely a disappointing week. Definitely a disappointing week. Where does that actually put me? I'm pretty sure where we would have finished is back in the D. Yep, back in the Ds. It's disappointing because I feel like I can set good times when it comes to the racing, and it's just a whole different kettle of fish. But yeah, it's just up and down this year. Up and down. Just trying to survive. See, like we start P2, you watch, it takes one knock from somebody and we're done. Yeah, that's over we went there a few, we went there probably, I'm gonna say 6 weeks ago now, and it was chaos. We went there on a Saturday, and it was chaos. Yeah, fingers crossed, Taylor. Hopefully you get someone has a Checker Pops livery. That's cool. No. Still learning. Nice. Yeah, trying to get a park. It took us 25 minutes to get a park. But yeah, Group 2 at Barcelona we haven't seen before. But we got out of there because it was just an absolute cluster. Just every race was P1. P12, sorry. Damn. Thank you very much for the 800. Congratulations. Only taken a long time. I would have thought we had an extra one tonight, but we haven't. I don't know how I managed to hold that. Yep, next goal is 900, or 850, and then it'll be 900, and then 1,000, and hopefully we can hit 1,000 before the end of the year. Someone got sent into a wall. That's right, I forget that D is just ghosting galore. Thank you very much for the 30 likes, legends. Greatly appreciated. Hang on, I'll get your message in a minute. Who's he play for normally? Yeah, I know the football you're on about. Flew back to the UK to play football. Yeah, that was sick. Who's he play for? I know I just repeated that same question. I thought you said he flew from the UK back to Brisbane to play. But if he's heading back to the UK to play, that's cool too. I do need to get back into doing my FIFA content. No, I would have thought he would have taken that half second now. Obviously not. That's half a second. I cut that so bad. Oh, it's his first time over there. So is he going over there to try and get a contract or like play full time over there through somebody? How old is your brother too? Because I'll be able to roughly work out. Maybe he's trying to go for a big pro team, or if he's trying to go for like a tier 6 club. And that's the problem too. Like football here in Australia is if you have money. Oh, he's going over with the Sunshine Goes Fire. Yeah, nice. If you have money, you can go places. If you don't have money and you're a good, talented footballer, good luck. You might as well go to uni, get a 9 to 5, or go get a 9 to 5 because you're not going to get picked up from anybody. Yeah, I follow quite a few localish teams, especially in the NPL. Like my local club is Lions FC. Thank you very much, Ron, by becoming a pit crew member, just by subscribing. Welcome in, legends. Cardiff City, Welsh team for those that don't know. Same as Swansea. Swansea's a Welsh team. Yeah, definitely need to get back. I'm just trying to work out with FC 27 coming, whether I still try and get in and start doing my mini series that I like to do. Oh. What? That's a what team name? Oh, I'm not sure what more you're wanting. It's actually interesting how some Welsh teams are in. Some Welsh teams are in the English system based on their position in Wales. Yeah, look, I have seen the trailer for it. There's obviously a couple of new... Oh, yes, Swansea. You're talking about the other one that's owned by Mr. Reynolds, Mr. Deadpool, and Rob. Who are they again? Wrexham? Who actually stuffed up their kit for this season before it was actually gone into production. And if you know, you know. Grab three grab, 2 mid. Hey. What corner are you talking about? Ah, yes. Yeah. Oh, look, I understand the rivalry between a lot of the teams, like Sunderland versus Newcastle in the Tyne Derby. That's always a big one. We invited by Football Association and won the English Cup on St. George's Day in 1927, and then forced the FA to change the... Oh yeah, nice. That's how to do it. Massive history, the Bluebirds. Oh, they do. Huge history. Didn't they just... They just promoted to the Premier League this year, didn't they? For the first time in like 20 years. Did a better job than Millwall. Wow, we somehow managed to take some more time off our previous fastest lap. Whereabouts are you guys sitting then? Are you guys back in the championship? What was the team that promoted this year to the Premier League? No, it wasn't Wrexham. Wrexham didn't promote to the Premier League. They did stuff up by putting a white dragon on their kit for this year instead of a red dragon. And the Welsh will know what I mean by that. I'll have to have a look. Oh, so you're back in the championship this year. Nice. Yeah, the White Dragon's bad omen, isn't it? Yeah, who was it that promoted to the Premier League? Yeah, I think that was the reason why, because it was Chinese more than it was Welsh. That's a bit bizarre. Tell me I've got insufficient space to continue recording. Coventry is who I was thinking of. Coventry and Ipswich. No, Ipswich were in it last year. Because West Ham went down. Yeah, West Ham, Burnley, and Wolves. And then Coventry, Ipswich. That's right, Millwall missed out, so Hull went up. No, yeah, Hull went up. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, we did all right. Did all right. I just wish there was more to it. I haven't really seen too much of what Hull have done this. Oh, well, the window hasn't opened yet, has it? The window opens next month. Or has it opened already? I think it's opened already. Yeah, it's opened already. It's usually like the 1st of July. That's it opens up. But there we go. This week's dailies, let's do a rating of them before we finish up. Obviously, we tried one race. Obviously, the sports mediums aren't our cup of tea. So out of 10, I'll give them a 3 because it is good to see the Expo being used. Race B, again, racing hards is always going to do my head in. Group 3 with the Porsche being the meta again, I'll give it a 4. Yeah, I'm keen for the season to start. As I can get back to wearing football shirts again. And then race C, Group 2. We still selected Group 2. It's not all of Group 2. Selective Group 2. It's an interesting one. I'll probably give it a 6 out of 10 because there is tire strategy. There's fuel if you want to use fuel. But yeah, 6 out of 10. So this week, pretty ordinary, to be fair. But remember, Friday, we've got League. If you want to catch what races they are, ! Next League. So you know what 3 races we've got. I have been putting questions in the Discord in regards to League badge that I want to run, as well as all future races. I do have an idea for season 2 when that comes. So let me also hit me up as well. K-Rod, welcome in, legend. Hope you're well. So yeah, I'm also happy to hear ideas from you guys in regards to future leagues and their setup. I'll put this back up on the big screen for the spin wheel. So yeah, don't forget Friday. That's cool, bro. You do you. It's not something I'm forcing people to jump into. It's just more of a fun thing. 8 weeks of league, so every Friday people sort of understand what they've got going. Sort of gives people something to look forward to as well. So yeah, if you go ! Next League, which will be updated tomorrow. Great to see we get 10,000 credits. Terrible. And the next one. So I'm pretty sure from memory it is Grand Valley. Big Willow is the second race. And then I can't remember what race the second race was. But I know race 2 and race 3 are both 30 minutes. And it will be 3 times fuel, 3 times tire. And I'll decide if it's just a 1 tire strat or a 2 tire strat. Or maybe even a fuel strat. We'll see. But yeah, there we go. Again, done and dusted for our dailies for the week. So yeah, hopefully Friday I'll have some news. If not, even the wife said she's happy, for me to sort of continue doing this until something sort of happens. But yeah, I will sort of get into a video in regards to this week's races for tomorrow. Obviously, I've got that to make plus Sunday's video. I'll also get onto recording another video as well. So yeah, it's just all about just trying to be a bit more consistent with other forms of long form videos, because to be fair, the race of the week videos for race A and B, they're annoying. I'm not a fan. It's just the copy and paste. All right, Bailey. Thank you very much, mate. We'll see you Friday. Enjoy your flight. Safe flight home as well. And we will see you then. Again, thank you very much for tuning in. Go to bed, get some sleep. You'll be up 6 hours, 7 hours. Yeah, again, league on Friday, and then yeah, a lot going on, So yeah, wherever you are in the world, have a good morning, have a good day, have a good night, and until Friday, take care and peace.
Helmets off, race damage in the side. Lights dim. You were right here, right in every turn we battle. Thank you for watching me go racing. Hit that subscribe. Keep the engine blazing. Same time, same place. Same time, same place. See you legends again next time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. One final lap before we sign out. Oh, yeah. Drop a little comment. See you again, I will miss you. See you again, I will miss you. Thank you for watching me go racing. Thank you for watching me. Hit that subscribe. Keep the engine blazing. Same time, same place. Same time, same place. See you next time. Same time, same place. Same time, same place. See you again next time. Let it try. Oh yeah.
Bye. Have a great time.